Hello and welcome to an iconic Masters Draft League. This is Old Man Poole. I am a little bit behind the times. This is actually my first attempt running into the format. I've looked through the spoiler and it looks sweet, but it's been out for a couple of days now, so I should have been a little bit more on the ball. I didn't realize it was coming out quite as soon as it did. Of the cards we have here, I'm kind of tempted to just take Archangel of Thune. I know that lifelink is... or life gain is one of the things in the format. There's a bunch of different decks. There seems to be kind of a tokens deck. Vent Sentinel seems pretty sweet. There are a good number of defenders, and it's probably fine just kind of on its own too. There seems to be a +1/+1 counters deck, a dragons deck, but Archangel of Thune is pretty absurd just on its own, and obviously if you can gain life, just getting all your creatures bigger and bigger seems pretty good too. So I think we'll start off with that here and see where that takes us. Okay, so the bounce lands in general are quite good, and neither of these fit with our first pick perfectly, but I think are powerful. I'm not sure exactly when I should be picking them. I'm not sure how quickly they'll go. And also it depends a little bit on how quick your deck is, how many you can really afford to play, because they are kind of a tempo hit. For our deck, the only thing that really comes to mind is Survival Cache, which... I mean, probably is fine, but not real exciting. If you have like great life gain, I guess Archangel payoffs pretty good. Playing this if you have more life than your opponent seems really great. Otherwise, it's pretty unexciting. The life gain deck does seem to be white-black, so I could take something like Thrillkill Assassin or Grizzly Spectacle. That doesn't seem that exciting. I feel like this card's the sort of card that's gonna wheel. I guess let's take Grizzly Spectacle if we're going to try and be in these color combinations. I think this is on par with the other good cards in the deck, like Benevolent Ancestor, Claustrophobia, so sure. Grizzly Spectacle. Lord of the Pit. Flying Trample, getting your upkeep, sacrifice a creature other than that. If you can't, deals a bunch of damage to you. Alright, this card doesn't seem very good. It's very iconic. I feel like I've heard that name before, but not super exciting. There's Survival Cache. Kind of tempted to just take the Demir Aqueduct here, even if we're maybe only going to have a foot in blue. I think you're okay playing one or two of these if you only have a couple that are off color as well. That just drawing a card when you play your land is a pretty big upside. Illusory Ambusher, I guess, is pretty cool. You throw that in, it trades with something. It's interesting. And then you draw a bunch of cards. Foul Tongue Invocation, good if you got dragons, otherwise kind of unexciting. Claustrophobia, another Survival Cache. I think I'm just going to take the Aqueduct. I do want a couple of these. I'm not sure how late they're going to come around. There's a couple more. Jace's Phantasm. There seem to be very, very few mill sort of centric cards that I saw, but I guess maybe you could put together a deck with that. I am seeing some good blue. There was good blue in that last pack. Phantom Monster's pretty good. Could take that. Could also take like Star Compass. Don't know how much like ramp the life game deck really wants. I feel like you usually kind of want a closer to the ground sort of deck. Not loving my options in white or black though. Let's take the Phantom Monster. I think this card is quite good. Maybe we'll end up in blue in some capacity. On Descend. I mean, things like Archangel are fine if we're just in white in general too. Condescend's pretty sweet. Another reasonably good blue card. Thought Scour's. I don't know how much synergy you have with your graveyard, but I guess it could go into a mill deck. Another Survival Cache. I don't know, I feel like I'm not really seeing like the payoffs for that deck. I'm gonna take Condescend here. Distortion Strike. Open Fleet Preblade is pretty strong. It's just Radiant Fountain. Child of Night. I don't know. Maybe they just want a ton of cards opened. There's also Tavern Swindler here. This is a little bit late. Maybe we could still shift in that. 6 life's a lot. I think Child of Night maybe better. Maybe not. I guess let's take the Tavern Swindler. Maybe let's keep that dream alive still. I kind of see us going either direction. Okay. Another Survival Cache. Jesse and Thief is pretty strong. I don't know. Maybe that last pack was a little bit unusual too. Yeah, I'm just not seeing tons to support our Archangel, which is a shame, because I really would like to try that deck out. So I guess, do we want the Thief more, or do we want Repeal more, is what it comes down to. Probably Repeal's better. It's probably close. I think Repeal's probably better, though. Okay, Bladewing's Thrall, very, very good with dragons. Not real exciting other than that. Furnace Whelp's a dragon. You have Guard Duty. I don't know. Not loving our options here. Guess let's take the Thrall. Blizzard Spectre. Does combat damage to a player, choose one. This is our opening pack. I didn't actually read this card though. Player returns permanent hero control. She controls the owner's hand, draws a card. That's pretty solid. Maybe we're blue-black. Not in love with what we picked up so far, but seems okay. Guess there's a survival cache. I feel like we just haven't seen that anything for that deck really though. +2/+0 and Death Touch with Rebound. I guess that is 2 spell triggers if we get some good prowess sort of effects. Yeah. Rest in peace. Guess another Virulent Swipe. I don't know. Maybe I'll take Survival Cache. Maybe there's still a world where we end up doing that. At least a Spell Fist. Probably pretty good with things like Virulent Swipe. Sure. Radiant Fountain. Okay, well, I don't know. These came around super late. I do think they're probably playable. So it's possible that there just weren't a whole bunch of great lifelink cards open. I should probably stop trying to force that, though. I feel like we were getting some good signals in black-blue. And we can probably get a pretty solid deck with this. Bladewing's Thrall, obviously only good if we end up with a couple of dragons, so that may not end up making the deck, but I think everything else we ended up here is pretty good. And Dimir Aqueduct, obviously, is solid. Having 1 Evolving Wilds this early is nice too, so we see like a great bomb, we can pick it up. Okay, well, Nibus Maze, not quite a great bomb. Yeah, I think we'll probably just take Doomblade here. It is better than Claustrophobia. Yeah, Bogbrew Witch, I guess, is probably kind of interesting. Oh, that's true. The Cauldrons actually gives you a lot of life gain, so maybe it's good in that deck. But I think we're going to take the Doomblade here. Not unhappy to grab that. Ooh, Cryptic Command. So we are playing in a... what's it called? A Phantom League, so this isn't like a value pickup, but it is pretty good. It's probably the pick. Phantom Monster, Jesse and Thief are both strong. Yeah, I think Cryptic Command is still just pretty solid, though. Counter draws pretty strong, and being able to tap all your opponent's creatures is going to be good once in a while. Yeah, it's got a lot of utility. I guess we're getting a little bit high on 4s already. Serum Powder. Anytime you could mulligan. It's interesting. Probably not real great. Some Mana Leak here and a Mind Stone. Not sure which one we want more. I think Child of Night's fine, but not crazy exciting. I like Mind Stone an awful lot. It's nice to have a little bit more interaction though, especially because we're kind of heavy on our curve already. But I guess Mind Stone helps with that too. I think we're gonna pick this guy up. Another Witch. Reeve Soul, I think, is probably what we want though. Mnemonic Walls, probably fine. Yeah, Reeve Soul. Wouldn't hate picking up maybe 1 more of these bounce lands too, but I think this is a decent start. Another Reeve Soul here. We've got a Thought Scour. Yeah, that's just exiles cards. Okay. Bewilder's fine, but not real exciting. Not as good as Reeve Soul. Alright. So that helps shore up our early game a little bit. We've got some solid removal, and then I guess not maybe tons to finish the game out. I'd love it if that Phantom Monster wheeled. I don't know if that's really likely, but we've got some stuff going on. Polygon's Monument. Oh, okay. Because dragons is a thing. Makes sense. Amass the components. Adds to an already kind of full 4-drop spot. I think it's fine, but not real exciting. I think I'll take the Assassin. I think we actually want the 1/2 Death Touch, probably, with the way that we're trying to build this deck. Guardian Idol. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. It's pretty solid. French Mind would probably also play in this deck. So's Tavern Swindler, Eternal Thirst. I don't think that's where we want to be. Guardian Idol's nice though, it ramps us and turns into a creature. I think we'll pick that up over Tavern Swindler probably. I think because we don't have lots of life gain synergies, this is just an okay card in the deck. The White of Precinct 6, I guess that's another milling synergistic card. We do have a decent amount of removal. We have a repeal now. I think I'm going to take the Jessian Thief and try and get going with that. Foul-Tongued Invocation is better when we have lots of removal, but still not great. I don't think Dead Reveler is really where we want to be. There's Nimbus Maze. Could take that if we're hoping to splash. I mean, there's still a world where we could try and splash Archangel. We need a lot of help, though. I guess we're just losing like a Foul-Tongued Invocation. I guess we'll take this. Maybe I'm paying too much attention to this, but this is a very, very powerful effect, too. Jessian Thief. Okay, I don't think we're seeing the Phantom Monster. We do have a decent amount of playables at this point. So this is the opposite. Okay, Mana Leak. Yeah. Came around. We'd probably play it. So if you have an island, you can make white, and if you have a plains, you can make blue. So I guess this is not all that different from just playing plains in the deck, is it? Because without a plains, it's only ever going to tap for blue anyway. Yeah, that makes it a little bit worse. I don't think the Rot Farm should come back this late. Alright, we'll probably play a Bewilder. Good with Jessian Thief. I guess just for the prowess trigger. Maybe it's not that exciting. I don't know. Probably. Actually, I guess Timberland Guide's probably pretty good in the right deck. Horizon Canopy, pretty solid. Zorius Charm, also pretty solid. Diminish. Well, that only costs 1. I'm used to that effect being more. It might be okay too. Phyrexian Rager's a 3-drop that we kind of want and need. Plus Claustrophobia. Zorius Charm is really solid though. Being able to cantrip or toss something on top of your opponent's library for 2 is pretty good. I think we'll pick that. There's a chance it would come around. Oh wait, sorry. Oh, that was a little bit close. Don't think we want this as much if we're not being blue-white for sure. Maybe Claustrophobia? Sure, Claustrophobia is fine. Illusory Angel. That's a pretty big beater. We do need to have another spell for it. We have like the Virulent Swipe, which is kind of a free spell. At least a Spell Fist. What's this one? Oh, it costs 7. But still, I mean, I guess that's kind of a big late game payoff, although maybe less so. Your opponent's got to have very few cards left. Or Guardian Idol. I think we're gonna take the Illusory Angel though. This is actually probably more like a 5-drop or something. Flusterstorm, fine, but not real exciting. I guess Claustrophobia again. The goal is just to kill everything my opponents play. Ooh, there's a Phantom Monster. Okay, that's good. Cross Links, also pretty solid. Okay, yeah. I worry that our deck is maybe just a little bit too fair. Like, we don't have anything super absurd that gets us great value in the late game. And I think that it's likely this format is not a fair format. I think this is probably gonna cost us like 5 a lot of the time. I'm still okay with that. And very good with like Virulent Swipe. And we do have a little bit of ramp that gets us up there too. Foul-Tongued Invocation's pretty bad with our Claustrophobias, but I guess there's another Phantom Monster. Okay. The 3/3 flying beatdown, that's how we win. We got this. Guard Duty. I guess that's okay. It's kind of bad with the Jessian Thieves. Oh yeah, again, we're not white. I don't know why I keep looking at those. Yeah, I mean, Darksteel Axe, I guess. We don't have a lot of creatures. It does turn these into a real serious threat. Don't want to play Rakdos Drake, I don't think. Yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe a 2-3. I think this deck wants to be able to block. We have lots of removal too. Yeah, maybe Drake's better. I worry we don't have enough creatures to really justify the Skull Splitter. Another Evolving Wilds. I think we're just gonna take the Repeal again. Drawing a card off that's just so good. We already have a couple of Thieves. That actually might even wheel. We saw it come around really late. Or that one. I think it is better than Rakdos Strike. Sure, we'll take an Axe this time. Or Wrenchmind. Maybe Wrenchmind is still better. Okay. Spellfist. Seems fine. We need more 2-drops. Don't like the Invocation. I guess Newt's maybe good against some decks. Extract's probably better though. Only 2 damage. Yeah, maybe Newt's better. We're not gonna hope to play either of them. Guess Scion we could play. Again, don't really want to though. We have plenty of playables here, so I don't think we're gonna need to. What do we cut? I don't think Rakdos Drake's real exciting. That card seems pretty good. I like all our Phantom monsters. Tavern Swindler, I guess, is probably unexciting. I think it's definitely worse than Spellfist. Okay, I think we're okay. We have some decent ramp, some pretty good removal. Bewilder, I don't think that card's that exciting. Full Claustrophobias. The plan is early on to play a handful of Jessian Thieves and just kind of remove everything my opponent plays. And then work our way up and play Phantom Monsters, kind of close out the game. And this is about as blue-black control-y as you get, right? I don't think the swipe is all that good. I mean, it triggers the Jessian Thief. And he loses Spellfist, I guess. I think it's just worse than the other cards we have here, though. We do have the advantage of probably being able to play a pretty low curve. I think we can probably afford to play 14, especially with the Dimir Aqueduct. You want to play the Rot Farm? I guess, yeah, we probably do. I think playing 2 of those is okay. It won't slow us down too much. It is kind of a free card, like a free mana. I don't think Nimbus Maze is what we need. I think that trying to cast the Archangel of Thune is just a bit too much. Okay, so if we're playing 2 of those, probably 16 lands. We have to cut 1 more. Don't think we want to go to 15 even with 2 of those. Although I could see, well, we have Mindstone and Guardian Idol. Our mana costs are kinda prohibitive though too. Like Cryptic Command, Grizzly Spectacle, Claustrophobias, Wrenchmind. Maybe we'll play 16 and Evolving Wilds. That does kind of pull out another land too. And those kind of draw us a card too. Do we have, I guess we don't have a ton of great mana sinks. Repeal's kind of the main one. So we can sacrifice that later. It scares me going too low on cards. We want to be able to play our spells and get a kind of a good tempo start. So, yes, Spellfist probably isn't what we're really trying to win the game with, and we have a lot of other 2s. I think a lot of time we're just going to kill whatever my opponent plays on turn 2. Or try. Okay, I think this deck looks decent. Definitely interesting. I'm kind of excited to play it. Recommends 8-5. I don't think I want to be quite that aggressive. This would be 9-7, I guess 10 counting the Evolving Wilds. 10-8 right now. Yeah, that feels pretty good. Do you want to be heavier blue than black? I don't know if we do even. Let's do something like that. 7 and 6, that brings us up to 9 and 9. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, I think the deck's sweet. See you guys for match 1.